look at a plant, what is an anatomy of a plant? A plant has a physical body. It has a very, very rudimentary mind and no intellect at all. Agree with me? It may exhibit certain reactions to certain stimuli or certain music. So we may say, yes, we will give in. It may have a very rudimentary emotion or a mind. Tanisha, a plant has got a body, a rudimentary mind and no intellect. You come to an animal kingdom has a body, it has a partially developed mind. Like when you give an emotion to a pet, it gives that faith, it becomes faithful rest of its life, more than any human being. So nowadays the people get attached to dogs and pets, cats and dogs. Why? Because they can't find that true love in a human being. So they get that unconditional love through a pet. You may deprive your pet. You have put your dog in a kennel or a dog house. You send it for the 2 weeks you're going for a summer holiday. You can't take that pet with you. You left the dog in a kennel. Make sure it's provided well. But you know the dog really suffers, the pet suffers the emotional separation, attachment. You are enjoying a lovely time with the family. The animal, poor animal is suffering. But the day you come back and pick it up, it is not going to be moody for next 2 days. It's not going to talk to you. Amava? Illingla? The moment it sees you, it can't contain the joy. It is full of fun and laughter. It is rolling all over you. It is licking you. It is not sad for 2 weeks you didn't give the emotion. No. Unconditional. You do the same thing to your spouse. The story is different. Huh? To your near and dear, you have not given the emotion. There will be a strike in the house. A galata, a big tamasha in the house. Conditional love. So, you know, there is a lot of emotion at the animal kingdom, but it's very partial. An animal also has got a rudimentary intellect, like a dog. Other day I was watching a documentary in National Geographic in how they catch passengers smuggling drugs in Colombia airport. It was a fascinating documentary. Just a few days ago, one evening I was watching, and how and all they carry, they actually swallow. One fellow swallowed 50 capsules of drugs. They somehow tie it up and they swallow it. And they caught a couple, they were actually carrying Johnson's baby powder bottles. The husband was carrying 6, the wife was carrying 6 bottles. And how they managed it, God knows. Top 30% is the powder, bottom 30% is the powder, in between they have kept drugs in packets. How did they detect that? They had sniffer dogs, and there are 100 bags there. It can sniff and detect, and it will sit and react that this bag has something fishy, and thereafter the officer has to figure out where it is, and they are all experienced, you know, how they smuggle and carry. Sometimes it is in toys, it is there in different kind of ways. But these animals have the discretion that they can pick up even a granule. An animal has got a body, a partially developed mind, and a rudimentary intellect. Right? You come to a human being has got the most complex of all physical bodies. You ask a doctor, Ascharya, it's a wonderment how our human body itself is designed and functions and how it operates. It's a miracle. You got to go through any science journal, you see any science documentary. It's a wonderment. It's a wonderment how a human being is born. The journey it takes from the conception to the birth. How it's nothing but wonderment, believe me. We don't have time for all that wonderment. So we accept it as a matter of fact. But it is a wonderment how a baby is formed. So many things, our physical body happens. And then if we have a fully developed mind, far more developed than an animal. A dog doesn't know what is forgiveness. Have you ever tried, if you have the mother, father and the puppies in the house, if you have offered food in one big bowl, have you ever seen the mother waiting and say, let the kids eat and then the mother will come and eat? It doesn't happen that way. The mother will pounce, push aside its own offspring and it will try to eat the food. But a human being doesn't do that, isn't it? The mother will say, okay beta, you have. No, I've done it only for you. The kid may ask, Mummy is there for you. Never mind, you just eat. Go eat. You like it? No, eat all, no problem. That emotion is not there in an animal, and much more. That sympathy, that empathy, that charity. The broadness of the mind is far more developed in a human being, and then intellect is fully developed in a human being. An animal has no intellect at all, or rudimentary.